Hey everybody, this is Charles here with another video, and this time it's for Q&A, the fourth installment in my Q&A series. And I did make a questions prompt video, and now this is the answers portion. And thank you to everybody who participated. It means a lot, and you all asked excellent questions. And I look forward to more questions in future Q&A videos. So, I was able to copy and paste all the questions on this piece of paper, and well, I look forward to answering all your questions honestly. And like I said, thank you for everybody who participated. Okay, so let's begin already. First one up is Darth Phoenix 619, my buddy Tony. How are you doing, Tony? I hope you're doing fantastic. His first question is, what have you been collecting lately? If it's something more recent stuff, if it's something I don't often collect, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon cards, because growing up, I loved both Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. I still do now, I just don't really play the games anymore. But it's still fun to collect the cards, especially in a binder so you can show off your collection. But if it's something that I usually collect, it's the 3.75-inch scale Star Wars toys, because I went through a phase that I've been focusing more on 6-inch toys, but it doesn't hurt to collect the 3.75-inch toys too, because that's what I grew up with, and it doesn't hurt to collect both versions. So that's his first question. His second question is, what's on the comic read list? Well, Tony, I did tell you that I've been reading a lot more independent stuff. Like, I've been reading a lot more comics from Image or Dynamite Entertainment, or I even told you that I started to read Fathom, which is a really good series, and I really like the art, the storyline. It's very interesting. But I really need to start going back to reading the main two, Marvel and DC, which my channel was named after, so I really should pick up comics from those two as well. So, thank you, Darth Phoenix 619. Next up is ScabCat242. How are you doing, Kyle? His only question is, what action figure have you been seeking but has been difficult to find and or own? Well, currently at least, there's a couple of figures that I really want but have yet to find. I'll just name a couple of examples, like I really want that Marvel Legends Psylocke because I'm a big fan of the character. Nemesis Prime, which is an Amazon exclusive, and I buy things online anyway. What else is there? I'm sorry, there's a lot that comes to mind that I just can't think of right now. But yeah, I hope you get the idea, because before then, there were figures that I had a hard time tracking down or find. Even if it is online, they can be pretty expensive, like the Black Series 6-inch Jedi Luke. I mean, I finally have him now, but before then, he's pretty expensive. Could go up to $70 to $90. I mean, when I could find him in retail, I wanted to buy him, but I didn't yet. I was saving him, and then when I went back, I was like, ah, god dang it, it was gone, it was sold. And things like that has happened to me before, and I've had tips and advice from other friends that if you're looking for a particular toy in retail, you should hide it in a safe spot that you'll remember. I mean, that's what one of my other collector friends did. So I should start doing that. But yeah, thank you, ScabCat242. I hope you're doing fantastic, Kyle. Last person, 6-Shot Changer Reviews. How are you doing, Chris and Nat? I hope you are both doing great as well. Okay, the first question is, why do you think people like to ask personal questions when it's not relevant to the channel? This is just my own experience or just my own opinion, but I think some viewers like to ask personal questions that has nothing to do with the content or the video. Is because they just want to see how the uploader is doing. Like, hey, like, content creator, how are you doing? Or they want to get to know more about them, which is why I created my Q&A series for my channel, so people can get to know me more and feel free to ask personal questions, so it could remain relevant, unlike my reviews. So I hope I did my best to answer the first question. And question number 2. What is the least favorite fandom you have? We know all the many fandoms you enjoy most, but which is your least enjoyed out of the ones you follow? Hope this is a different and interesting question. And yes, it is different and it is interesting, and I'm glad you asked that. Well, with this question, it's very easy for me to answer. The Gundam franchise, or Mobile Suit Gundam franchise, considered one of the most popular anime franchises out there. That question was very easy for me to answer, and I'm going to list a couple of reasons why. I mean, Gundam, I like it. I'm not the biggest fan of it, contrary to popular belief, because a lot of people associate me with Gundam. I mean, I understand where they're coming from, but Gundam has never been my priorities when it comes to franchises, not even remotely close. I mean, there's plenty of things that take priority, especially the big 5, or the top 5, the main 5. And if some of you don't know what the hell the big 5 is, then that proves that you're not paying attention to my channel. I'm kidding, but I think I only mentioned it once. The big 5 is my top 5 favorite franchises / fandoms, which is Marvel, DC, Star Wars, Transformers, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. However, with the Gundam franchise, I mean, I'm gonna give out more reasons why I'm not the biggest fan of it. I mean, I do remember watching it on Toonami, watching shows like Gundam Wing, G Gundam, 8th MS Team. I mean, anybody who's around my age or maybe even older, you might be familiar with those shows that aired on Toonami back in the early 2000s. But enough rambling on, I'm gonna give my reasons. I mean, the model kits for one thing. I mean, that's why I don't make a lot of Gundam related videos on my channel, is because I'm not the biggest fan, especially regarding the model kits. I mean, I don't hate the model kits or model kits in general. They're great. I love building them. I love customizing them. And if you know your history regarding the Gundam franchise, the model kits, or Gunpla, saved the Gundam franchise from being a failure if you know your history. And the model kits, for me, it's kind of a love-hate relationship because, like I said, I do love building them, but on the other end, there's a lot of things I hate. Like, it's a long, tedious process just cutting out the pieces from the sprue, following the instructions, trying to find the pieces that fit right, and if you did it wrong, it's going to be a pain in the rear end. And for some details, you do have to paint it, and I'm not the best painter in the world, and if you don't want to paint, they provide you with stickers for details, and I really don't like... Okay, not all of the Gundam stickers are bad, but some are pretty cheap. They peel off very easily. I mean, the Gunpla kits, they're fantastic, but honestly, model kits aren't exactly my kind of thing. I mean, I'm not disrespecting the model kits by any means. They're great, especially my friend Tony Oleta. He loves the model kits, especially Star Trek and Star Wars ones. But I've considered getting more Gundam action figures like Robot Damashi or MSIA. Has my decision made final? I don't know. Will I continue the model kits? I don't know, because like I said, I don't make a lot of Gundam related content on this channel. And I don't know. It was never my priority when it comes to franchises. So I don't know for sure if I'm gonna collect Gundam related merchandise or not, or even watch the anime anymore. But we'll see. Another reason is the politics and the philosophies. I mean, if you watch any of the Gundam anime, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, some people might find that boring, some people would like that. Either way, they're entitled to their opinion. I'm not too crazy how they handled it in Gundam. I mean, I get that it's a war franchise, but I don't know. Like, some of it is interesting to me, others is just, like, I don't mind politics or philosophy in fiction, though. It has been handled before, and I do like it depending how it's handled. Like, the Star Wars and Star Trek franchises, especially Star Wars The Clone Wars, the 2008 CGI series, they talk about politics, different beliefs, stuff like that. And the main reason why I'm not the biggest Gundam fan is because of the gray area. And what I mean is the morality is that nobody is completely good or evil, which was the intention of the creator, Yoshiyuki Tomino. I mean, I completely get where they're coming from with the gray morality. And I understand some people aren't completely good or evil, but at times, there are times that you get lost and confused that who's supposed to be the hero and who's supposed to be the villain. And I would get lost on who am I supposed to love, or who am I supposed to root for, and who am I supposed to hate or despise. I mean, gray area can work, and a lot of people consider the good and evil concept to be black and white, but over the years with modern storytelling, it's become more fleshed out. Like, heroes aren't good for the sake of being good, while villains aren't evil for the sake of being evil. They all have their reasons, their own agendas, their own motivations why they're good or evil. I mean, I prefer to see good and evil being more of a lighter shade of gray, while evil being more of a darker shade of gray. That's how I always prefer to see it. Which is the reason why I'm not too crazy about the gray area thing about the Gundam franchise. I mean, good and evil and a bit of the gray area, it can't exist at the same time. And I've seen it work before in plenty of works of fiction. But that's just my opinion. Although I'm not the biggest Gundam fan, I know plenty of bigger Gundam fans out there, and I'm glad they like the franchise more than I do, at least. But will I continue watching the anime or collect the model kits or toys? Maybe every now and then. But I hope this answers all of your questions. Thank you so much, everybody. Although it was only 3 people, it was still fun. And if you missed out, then don't worry. There will be a Q&A 5 later in the future. Will it be right away? No, but somewhere in the future. And I love the Q&A series, so I can interact with you guys and you get to know me much, much more. And I really do hope you get to know me more after this video. So, thank you for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next. There will be more Q&A videos in the future. And you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.